This will give them time to join everything.
Just kind of saunter in.
Yeah, because they'll get a notification, and it might take them a couple minutes to hop on over.
Or whatever. Shake everything off.
And the volume's on there? Okay. That's a good idea. Maybe I should have gone.
What? Oh, go ahead. You didn't start yet, did you?
I did.
That's okay.
Just keep an eye on the screen. I'll be right back.
I could do. We got the mic going. It looks like it's hot. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Wiki Bobby. There's Rich coming on in. Hello there. Some early pay. That's good. We're just starting everything, getting everything warmed up here. Janet will be back shortly. She just ran off for a second. TCB, you know what I'm saying? The Bone Jangler. Sweet. Neil House. Axel Slaughter. Hey, man. Yeah. I'm not blind. My future's just really looking bright. Hey, and it just
your shades on.
Just got brighter. Hey, there she is. The woman of the hour.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there.
She had some last minute things she had to
I had to go powder my nose,
so to speak. Yeah. But we got some people coming in.
Yay, Jennifer Laney's here.
I'm going to have to blow by those. Ooh,
Rich, Jonathan Jackson, Axel Slaughter, Bone Jangler.
I think your powder got to my nose.
Neil House, Super Pappy.
Fupa.
Super Pappy. Cool.
Fupa.
Fupa.
Those sneezes take a lot out of me. Yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, we're going to give it a few minutes, guys. We jumped on here a little bit early, but that's okay.
Oh, boy.
The Comic Book Man 6185 says howdy.
So light.
Olivia's Warden says hi, Janet and James.
Hello there.
Actually, she put G.I. Janet and James.
G.I. Janet and James, the real American heroes.
Yeah, those are the new action figures.
Horror hosts are there.
With Kung Fu grip.
I'm happy you have that. Comes in handy.
Hey, guys. All right. Oh, boy.
Never a dull moment.
Yep. And there goes the computer fan. Pretend it's the ocean.
Wow.
It's summertime. We're by the water.
I'll be right back. Now it's my turn to leave for a second.
Now your nose is itching.
Well, I should probably give it a good honk.
Could be the pollen.
Well, I don't know. Something got to me.
The tree pollen is like really stinky, and it makes your nose itch. The other day it really got to me, and my nose was all stuffy. But he should be right back, guys, and we'll get this thing started. Let's see how many peoples are here. 11 viewers right now. That's okay. If you are watching this later, that's okay too. I know not everyone can catch it live. But our Living the Scream podcast is starting in just a few minutes. And we go behind the scenes. We talk about our reselling adventures. And we also talk about our movie hosting adventures. And we have a couple announcements that we'll make a little bit later. Olivia says, not used to seeing you during the day. Sorry for my thumbs. I only got one hand to type. I apologize to you. No, you're fine. You're fine. I know it's a typo. We were just teasing you. You're good. Thanks for joining us, Olivia.
Oh, boy. Whew.
All right, you got your water. You got your tissues.
Got my lifesavers and my liquid death.
Isn't that just water in a can?
Yes.
But you can just get water from the tap.
It just makes me look cool, that's all.
Our tap water's fine to drink.
Yeah, but it's called liquid death. That means you're cool when you drink this stuff.
No, that just means you're a poser.
It's water, man. This is some good water in a can.
I'm drinking tap water. Wow.
I'm more elevated. My water's in a can, not in a bottle.
Mine is fresh from the tap.
Ah, that's lame.
Like swill.
But you're not cool.
That SNL joke.
Oh, no. That was a whole
from the shores of Lake Erie.
Mm-hmm. I could just go up to not too far from here, dip it right in the.
There you go.
In the lake. You're right. Oh, 2 green ones in a row.
Ooh, green lifesavers. No, I think they're like green apple or something.
These are?
I think so. I had a green one earlier. It tasted like green apple.
Oh, you're right. You want one?
No, I'm good. I already had enough sugar.
That's good.
All right. Are we ready to officially start?
I think so.
Okay.
All right. Give me a second.
All right.
I gotta balance things here. probably remove my lifesaver.
You've got to...
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's. It's about for about 2 minutes.
Oh, you're super early. No, that's okay. We'll just start.
Just start it.
Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of
Living the Scream! The behind the scenes of The Mummy and the Monkey.
Yeah, alright, welcome to the show. I portray the monkey. My name is James.
And I am the mummy. I am Janet. And
we are a husband and wife team whose characters aren't married on our Friday night horror hosted show.
No, our characters are not romantically involved, but behind the scenes we are married.
Yes.
And on top of, we are horror film hosts, so we show B movies on many Friday nights, not every single one, but many of them. And we live stream on YouTube, and you put sound effects in the movie.
Yeah, very much in the vein of who a lot of people might know now, Sven Gulli, Mystery Science Theater 3000, and so on and so forth. Yeah, we host B horror movies or ones that we could show on YouTube with no issues. We do
public domain films or independent films
Yep.
with the director's permission.
We do skits and bits in between the movie segments and just hang out with you live on Friday nights. And we just hang out in the chat. We talk to people between the segment breaks. So we have a lot of fun. We've been doing this for almost 10 years now.
Yeah. 10 years ago, it'll be 10 years in October when we decided to join forces and create the show The Mummy and the Monkey.
That's right.
But in 2015 is when we started filming episodes.
That's right. And we're up to 236 episodes, correct?
We have completed 236 episodes of the Harry Scary Hangout, our live streaming show. We originally started it on YouTube, then went over to Facebook for a couple years, then went back to YouTube, and we were trying to build up the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And we've done it a little bit. There's a lot more room for improvement, I think. But
yes, and this show is a behind-the-scenes sort of, off-the-grid type of show that explores. We talk about, half the show we talk about our Mummy and the Monkeys, what's going on with that behind the scenes. And then we switch gears and talk about our reselling, or vice versa, depending on what order we go in our reselling stuff, like on eBay, our adventures out there at the thrift stores and yard sales, and what it's like to do that, live sort of, what do you say, like...
as a scavenger.
As a scavenger.
As scavengers, a scavenger life. And that was a podcast I used to follow, A Scavenger Life.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do the podcasts anymore, but they are entrepreneurs, husband and wife team that started out selling on eBay, and then, have other business ventures that they work on as well. So
right.
I thought that was very interesting. And there's a lot of people that make a living out of it. And I have certainly made a living out of reselling, out of being a scavenger, out of living frugally.
Mm-hmm.
And you have made some income on it, and you are a graphic designer by trade.
Primarily that, and I eBay and resell when I can. I love going out and hunting for stuff to resell, to collect, and some of it I like to sell online. It provides a nice secondary income, a side gig.
Yeah, it's like your side hustle.
Mm-hmm. And
so that's like a backup plan. If the day job ever fell through, you could go back to that and freelancing.
That's right. But
you have a good day job.
Yeah, full-time,
yes.
Satellite job where I work from home. So, but it still gives me time, in the evening to sit down with you. Usually done listing stuff on eBay, but that's when I start listing on eBay, is in the evening or on the weekends. So.
Yeah, you list stuff in the evenings. By then, I'm done. I usually list during the day. Kind of like if someone's working there during the day, I try to do the daytime hours.
There's all kind of questions. This one fella, look at that paragraph.
Ooh, boy, look at all that. Okay, so let's get into this a little bit since we are live.
And then what are we going to start out with? The Mummy and the Monkey stuff business,
maybe,
or the eBay reselling business?
Probably the Mummy Monkey stuff.
Okay.
Olivia says, didn't know James's special got overpriced canned water. She's making fun of your canned water.
No, don't make fun of my can. Come on, let's look at that. I mean, come on.
We're teasing you.
It's got a cool name. It means I'm cool.
Well, the cool kids are doing it. Why isn't the Mummy and the Monkey married on show? So are they roommates or crypt mates? Please clarify. Could have the wedding of the century.
There's
for the two.
There's still that possibility.
There's still, I like to compare it to, and many people have asked us why the characters aren't romantically involved. And there was even an old episode where my character
was dating.
Was it the second one?
think it's the second episode we did that one. Wasn't it with that one? Second or third for sure.
Actually, I will take a lifesaver.
Oh.
Sometimes they work well like a cough drop. I'm a little... the throat's a little tickly.
The green apple or the grapey one?
Green one.
It's good. Hard to talk, but it's like snack toys. You're talking and eating, and that's okay.
It's okay. It's just a candy thing.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
You're just very juicy.
So, we thought of our characters more like a Mulder and Scully type of relationship, where they have a thing for each other, but they don't like say they're together.
There's some sexual, some tension.
There's
there.
some tension
Romantic, not
there,
sexual,
but
not necessarily.
It's mostly like, you know, they're hosts and they're co-hosts together.
The sexual tension is mostly in Grimm's pants.
He's always showing off his banana to people.
Yeah.
But
no, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, we just thought, yeah, they're just hosts. They're hanging around. They're having fun. We didn't want them to be like overly romantically involved.
Yeah,
we just didn't feel it necessary.
If it ever goes that way, we're just it'll be a build up to it. But we just thought it was I don't know.
Although on our wedding cake, 7 years ago when we got married,
I have
our characters.
Let me find it. I know where it is.
We had them 3D printed.
Oh wait, you got to see that.
And we had them together on top of our cake.
Wedding cake topper.
Yeah, as a wedding cake topper. He's got it kept somewhere safe.
Oh no.
Maybe not. I hope it's kept somewhere safe. John says, hello there. Did you see the new MeTV Tunes lineup yet? It looks good with a mix of classics from Looney Tunes, Popeye to current favorites like Freakazoid. The lineup is now posted. Oh, John, are they doing like a Saturday morning one?
Yes, they're supposedly having.
Did they bring back Saturday
cartoons.
Morning cartoons?
See, that's a smart idea.
Yeah, that's a very smart idea. Because how many people miss Saturday morning cartoons?
If you would like to vandalize.
But yeah, here is the 3D printed, and that was our wedding cake.
Hold it back a little bit. It's too far. Okay, then hold it down. Down. Okay, it's real. Yeah, that light's real bright. But yeah, I think people could see it.
So there it is. And Connie Cleary's here. Hello, Connie Cleary. Jonathan Jackson says, my brother is a huge fan of Liquid Death. It keeps him hydrated. I'm good with it. Hey, to each their own. We're just being silly. Jennifer Delaney says, who came up with the idea of Cliff's Kids? That was really cute.
Well, that's where the fans come in. That was actually a fan notion. He sent our buddy David. Should we say the whole name? Yeah, you can say that.
A fan of ours and friend David Hayes.
Okay, he's good. I'm sure it's fine.
He sent those.
But give him a little background. David Hayes is sort of he is from the original Houlihan and Big Chuck days, and then led into Big Chuck and Little John. He was a fan of the show as a kid, and he's an amazing replicator. He actually did a small scale model of the front of the old TV8 building downtown, and then later on built the model of the new TV8 TV station that's on South Marginal Road still.
So that intro video of Big Chuck and Little John from the Big Chuck and Little John show that was on Channel 8 in Northeast Ohio, the big King Kong guy, he's on that building.
That's the model. Yeah,
that's the model they used.
Built a meticulously detailed model of the TV8 building, the old one and the new one. And they used another animator used it as to animate the King Kong crawling on it and grabbing Chuck and John, and depending on what sequence that they show, the intro sequence. But anyway, and did some other stuff for Big Chuck and Little John throughout the years, and we saw him on Facebook being interviewed or something, or he pops up and he was like telling people, he popped up and was letting people know that he was the guy that designed those buildings, and then we reached out to him through there and interviewed him for our show, and we've been friends since then. It's like was it last year we met up with him.
Yeah,
and
we actually interviewed him last year for our YouTube channel, so that interview video was on our channel. If you look up like David Hayes or Big Chuck and Little John, that interview should come up. It was uploaded as like a separate thing.
But he's always like coming up with ideas for all kinds of stuff, And really interesting fella. And yeah, he sent us those hot stuff dolls, and we made a little bit out of it.
Yeah, so I thought that was funny. He sent that in. So then we're like, okay, well, we need to video Cliff Jablonski opening this fan mail and turn it into like a live skit.
Yes.
So the night before we went live last Friday, I set up the green screen like I have, like the poles and everything, and set it all up with the green screen fabric and the lighting, and you got to go behind. There was another piece of green screen that we wrapped you in so you couldn't be seen when puppeteering Cliff.
Right.
So,
but yeah, we did a quick little bit, pre-produced, and we just popped it into the show live streaming show last Friday. So be looking for more of that stuff.
So if you missed last Friday's episode, you could go back and watch that little skit with Cliff opening the fan mail.
Right.
If you have no idea what we're talking about, Cliff is our little devil puppet sidekick guy,
behind the scenes guy that runs stuff out of his out of control studio.
The out of control room.
The out of control room. He's
like our little tech guy, but he's really not very helpful as a tech guy. He just kind of hangs out and tinkers around with the electronics.
He's very helpful. Cliff works hard for his money.
He does.
He actually works for Table Scraps. He's easy to deal with. But no, but yeah, David Hayes is who we could thank for that idea. And we get a lot of ideas submitted by fans.
A lot of fans send us ideas, and some we get to use, some we haven't used yet.
Yeah, and some become a regular part of the show, like our buddy Bob Ferguson, who's another horror host, fanboy, like a big fan of all things horror host. Goes back to Houlihan and the Big Chuck show too. Became friends with them and hung out with them. He actually designed the logo, the one of the more well-known caricatures of Big Chuck and Little John. In their PJs that they read when they read jokes at the end of the show. He actually did a really iconic caricature of them, and he befriended us. We became friends with him, and he's the one that's suggested that we call the movie parts farts.
Yeah, instead of movie parts, we call them movie farts.
We have like 4 parts of the movie. Well, now we call them farts, like fart 1, fart 2, and I actually have a little animated thing that I think who did that? Not Seth, but come on now, help me think. I'm thinking too fast with my problem.
Well, Seth did the intro and outro.
Yeah, but he didn't do all the.
But originally, who else did the graphics?
Oh, shame on us for not.
Oh man, I can't think of his name right now.
Burger.
He's a local person.
I know.
Darn it!
I'm blanking out. Like I feel stupid.
Randall made some of the other graphics, like the Little Shop of Horrors, like when we were coming back from the movie.
Yeah.
It'll say like now back to the movie or whatever.
Yes, he did that, and he did the fart titles that I use. And
yeah, fart titles he made.
Fart 1, fart 2, and then I'll put the fart sound effect.
Yeah, Randall's cool. He sent those in. We haven't
heard from him in a while, though.
Yeah, we haven't talked to him in a long time.
Have to hit him up.
We'll have to follow up with him and Seth, see how they're doing.
Yeah, but again, Seth, did some stuff for our intros and outros for the show. So, some of the fans contribute, and there's art from Mart, which is we've been showing those almost every week.
Yeah, a lot of fans have sent in things, and it's cool. It's a very fan-oriented thing that we're trying to do. Now, speaking of the show,
yes.
Unfortunately,
what?
There is no show this Friday.
I did a Liquid Death.
Your
spit
canned
take
water
brought to you by Liquid Death.
Your canned water spit take. Yeah, there is no Harry Scary Hangout show this Friday, unfortunately. But we will return next Friday. And we do have fan mail that we received recently that we're going to set aside, and we'll show that for next Friday's episode.
Yeah.
It'll be episode 237, and that will be next Friday.
And us not being on this Friday is also David Hayes' idea. So that's another, he submitted that. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
We could blame it on one of the fans. They said, hey, why don't you guys take off this weekend? Sure, that's a good idea.
So with a holiday week, you come back from a holiday weekend, and then the week is cut short, so you're trying to do all of the things in this short...
Play catch up.
Trying to play catch up.
And mustard, which is very difficult.
Yeah, in this short week. So, behind the scenes, there's family and friends that we're helping. Family stuff. Gotta help moms. We help our moms out.
There's a lot of stuff going on as far as personal life.
Personal life stuff that we just have to take care of.
And the older you get, if without going into too much detail, I'm sure everyone has to deal with with things, then they want to. It's not like stuff we don't want to do.
No, it's stuff that because you want to help the person. It's because you care.
You come into the caring, right? The
yes,
caregiver,
it's not that we're like
type of thing.
saying it to complain. It's because it's our duty. It's something we have to do, and it's something we want to do.
And we do our duty. No, it's just everyday life stuff. So
right, and a lot of people can relate because I'm sure a lot of people have like everyday life stuff they're juggling. So
anything
and everything's fine. It's just we have to
balance everything. Work-life balance of everything.
Yeah, and we were like we're like going over everything. Like, okay, tomorrow we have to do this and this, and there's this appointment, and it's like we haven't had any time to plan the show.
No, it's like it would be like we don't want to phone it in.
When in space and time are we going to do that this week? There's like no time.
We usually give at least 2 to 3 nights to do a show. Put a show together. We can't do it in just one night. It would be.
Yeah, because usually we need like a couple days to like get the movie put together, plan a movie, have everything lined up for that, and we just.
I mean, I don't think they would recognize the difference, but.
I mean,
we would maybe.
We totally could just replay an old movie, but we wanted to come back with like a different movie, so we're gonna have a different movie next week. Maybe like an old timey murder mystery we haven't played before, and something that you could add the sound effects to.
It's my thing. Anything in the chat?
Okay. Yeah, there's some comments here we can read.
Go ahead.
So let's see.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Bummer, we will miss you guys. Aww. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
And that feeling is mutual.
Yeah, because we like hosting it,
Love it. Yeah.
But it's just been cray. It's just got to get all this stuff done. So, but it's okay. We will come back next Friday, and
it won't be weeks and weeks and weeks.
We'll join forces again.
It's not a once-a-month thing.
I'll get together and watch a movie. And for those of you who missed some of our other past shows, you can go back and catch the past shows. So there's lots of videos on our channel you could watch in the meantime.
We've also been working on another, a separate show, program, whatever you want to call it, concept for another YouTube channel that comes out once a month. It's called on the Kings of Horror YouTube channel, called The Mummy and the Monkey's Tome of Terror.
Tome of Terror.
A tome is a book, and a book is a tome. If you don't know, so we still need to crank one of those out very soon.
Yes, so
I don't
we
even
also
know when the next one's scheduled.
Have to try to put a script together for that and find a day where we can film those segments for the next episode of Tome of Terror.
Yeah, I don't even
and
know
that's on the Kings of Horror YouTube channel. It was a collaboration with this other YouTube channel. And it was like an all-new concept they wanted to give a try. It's called the chopping block, where they'll have like a double feature where one host will have, the movie they're playing, then the other host has...
Back-to-back
It's like a back-to-back, kind of like a double feature, but with a host for each movie.
And I think the lineup might be the same. It might be like, Mr. Lobo and Dean of the Dead, and then... one weekend, and then I think they skip a weekend, and then I think it's like twice a month they'll do it.
Yeah.
Every other weekend they'll have a new double feature, and then it was us and Dr. Sarcophagi.
Yeah.
At his show, and then
we have to sort that out to plan for the next couple episodes.
Boy. Yes,
and
biting off way more than we could chew.
Yeah, it's trying to do all the things.
We're doing that because they have like close to 2 million subscribers. Kings of Horror.
They do. They have like 1.5 million subscribers. So we thought it would be so cool if some of those eyes could venture over to our little channel.
Yeah.
And we can
watch our other type of show.
And maybe
live streaming.
Yeah, and then maybe they would like our other videos. It would help, bring more viewers in.
And that we show a legit movie. I mean, they have actually licensed to show all kinds of cool movies. The first one we got to show was Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things Without Any Issues. And
keep talking, I'm going to go get Jack. The
next one, supposedly, hopefully, if everything goes right, is Return of the Swamp Thing. So, it could be, something we can't show on YouTube, on our channel, but because we don't have the license to do that. So that's the beauty of teaming up with another channel that has a license to show certain movies legitly, and again, the ulterior motive to actually have more people come and check out what we do on Friday nights. So, you got Jack.
Hey everybody, this is Jack. When you hear a cat howling or meowing or
if they can
crying,
even hear that,
if you hear that in the background, that's Jack.
He hears us talking probably and thinks we're talking.
Yeah, he hears us talking in the other room, and he wants to join in on the conversation.
And Louie's right here.
He's totally fine.
Let me see if I can
He
grab
just
Louie.
always likes attention, and that's what he does to get attention. He'll
here,
howl and meow and caterwaul.
Oh, wait. Here's
And
Louie. I got Louie.
all of that. And then there's Louie. These are the old men.
You got...
Jack's about 12. Louie's almost 12.
We're both wearing black shirts and holding black
Yeah,
hats.
we're black shirts and black hats. We didn't plan
There
this
you go,
very
Lou.
well.
Louie's good.
But they are 2 out of the 3 crypt kitties. And Earl is sleeping somewhere else in the other room, I think. He's taking a nap. But yeah, these are the kitties, and they love to make noises while we're doing a YouTube thing.
There was even a scare around here that there might have been a 4th crypt kitty, a black one, coming in again. But you changed your mind. You put the kibosh on that?
Well, someone locally was giving away black kittens, and
There was just one, right?
there were 2, actually.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I'm just like, oh, I can't. We already have 3 kitties.
I've said no before, and that's how Earl got here. So,
Yeah.
what I have to say.
We almost had
holds
cat
very
number
little
4.
water.
Almost.
Back
But
up to 4
I think
cats.
3 is enough to deal with. 3 is plenty. They give us plenty of work to do. But yeah, they're adorable. And we love other cats too. It's just the black cats are like the least likely to get adopted, and it just seems like they find us.
Why is that, though? You think people would want a cool black cat?
I think they're cool. I think they're adorable and sweet, and they each have their own unique personality. I mean, orange cats are great too. I used to have a fat orange cat. He looked like Garfield.
Yeah,
Long time ago.
It just wound up that way that we have 3 black cats. It really wasn't planned.
No, it was not planned at all. But they find you.
Both Louie and Earl
Turn
found
my
you.
phone down here.
I went to a pet store and I didn't even see Jack right away. He was under. It was in a pet store where they were doing like an adoption program thing.
Yeah.
And there was one cat there, and this is after I'd lost. Was it both my cats? I think so. Yeah. Did I have? Yeah, I got Jack after Misty passed. I put Misty down. Yeah.
No, Misty was
still alive. Yeah.
Yeah, Misty
It was
and
after
Jack were
Shusha died.
friends. But Misty
right.
was very old.
I can't remember that. Yeah, Misty was on her way
And
out.
Jack was still young.
Misty was a black cat. I had one of my first cats were black.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jack was hiding underneath a pet bed, and he still to this day hides under like a coffee table.
He hides under things. He has his one little safe spot where
Safe
he like
space.
his safe space where he likes to hide.
He is the epitome of a scaredy cat.
He's very much a scaredy cat.
He's the biggest cat here.
And he's huge. He's a big cat.
But
he's just afraid of his own shadow.
He's always been that way. Like I said, I found him he was underneath a pet bed in a cage, and I lifted it up, and there he was. So.
Okay, so
Anyway.
Enough cat chat.
This isn't cat chat.
Although it's fun to chat about cats.
Talk about
Kitty
almost
cats.
said the P word.
Don't do that.
That'd be funny because I mean it's context, right? Look
Yeah.
at these 2. Here comes Earl walking in.
Oh, now Earl's showing
their
up.
little cat triangle
What are they
ears are
doing?
burning. Look at him. Look at his lips. Did you just eat?
Earl, what were you doing? Come
He
here,
ate
Earl.
something.
Are you gonna come up?
He's
There's
licking
Lou.
his lips. He just walks in like, "What are you guys talking about?"
He's like, what are you guys
What are
doing?
you talking about?
Are you talking about me?
Cats.
Here, Lou. You can have a treat. If Earl comes up, he gets a treat too.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, things are still moving along, mummy monkey wise. So
They are. And then there was a question. Dean says, do you provide the movie or does that channel provide the movie?
Well.
So that channel provides the movies.
yeah.
They have a movie library, and we
Yes.
were able to choose a handful of movies that they have digital rights to,
Correct.
which is pretty cool. So
Earl.
on top of having the hope that some of their viewers could come to our channel, some of our viewers that maybe want to see better movies can see that when we host the Tome of Terror. The movies are a little bit better. Here, give Earl a treat.
He's licking his lips like crazy. Like, what did he eat?
What was he
Did you eat a
getting into?
centipede? What did you eat, little man?
He was getting into something. There you go. Earl is off camera over here. I don't
I was
know.
going to try to pick him up. He'll just tear me up, though.
Yeah, he might scratch us up if we
He'll
pick
tear
him
my
up.
ass up if I pick him up. He's cute, but man, is he a terror.
I hate to do it, but I have to run. I gave you guys a like. See you next Friday. Thanks, Jonathan Jackson. Thank you.
man.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Olivia Swarden says, I had 3. It's too much for me. 1 white kitty with patches and a tabby cat with spots. Aw, cute.
Bye, Earl.
Bye, Earl. Yeah, he's walking away now. Okay, so Mummy and the Monkey stuff.
We have more of that?
Let's see.
What else you got?
So yeah, no show this Friday. We're going to have a show next Friday. We do have some fabulous prizes that we're going to give away for the next show.
Yes.
So a friend of ours had a couple cool things.
Our friend Bill.
There's 2 of these. They're
Bill
Godzilla puzzles.
Yeah.
It's like a kaiju monster puzzle.
Yeah, he worked for a place called, and worked with a place, actually part of that place called, what's it called? East, just let me write it, make sure, Far East Monsters. And, they put out a bunch of, they had the licenses to put out different kaiju stuff.
Yes.
Godzilla things. So this is a licensed product, a fully licensed product.
Yeah.
But it's a puzzle. It's an irregularly shaped, like, floor puzzle.
Yeah, so it's a big, like, monster puzzle.
Yeah.
So we have 2 of these. We're going to
Nidra.
give one away next week and the other one the week after.
Ooh, something for the kiddos. To put
this
together.
this is very kiddo friendly.
While you watch the Harry Scary Hangout.
Yeah, you can put the puzzle together while you watch the show for the prize winner. It says 100 pieces. Puzzle guide included.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that looks like fun. Cool. Okay.
And last week we gave away a My Pet Monster from the 1980s.
We did. Yeah, I still have to mail that out. I told them I would this week.
Yeah.
So. Bobby says, I wish you would show the movie Terror in Tiny Town with sound effects in it.
Yeah, I mean, we could look into seeing if we could.
I have to see if that's if we're allowed
domain.
to. If we can show
it has
that.
to pass the public domain.
We might
test.
not be able to.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies I'd love to show that are, supposedly public domain, but it's all changed recently, like over the last several years.
Because there's some companies that will like re-release them on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Even though it's public domain, they'll like do like an updated high definition Blu-ray version, and then then it's not public domain anymore because then they bought the rights to it.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, but we're trying to stay on top of it, and hopefully there'll be stuff that still pops up. We might have to go to different genres, like you said, mysteries, whodunits.
Mm-hmm. Pepper in some of those other movies,
and hopefully more independent stuff comes through.
So. Oh, and speaking of that, we are partnering with another indie filmmaker
again
for a DVD release for this fall.
Mm-hmm.
For the October Cinema Wasteland show, we should have a new DVD release where we're going to host a cool indie movie from the 90s. So we're not going to say the movie yet.
Mm-mm.
It's still in talks, but I think it's going to go well.
It'll be a lot of fun.
And it's going to be fun. We like partnering with some of the indie people because they've got some creative things.
Indeed, they do.
Are you allowed to add sound effects on that other channel? We don't. We like to keep the sound effects for our show.
So So okay.
For the Harry Scary Hangout, like for our channel.
That's called like a point of differentiation. We'd like to have whatever's on the Kings of Horror be different, so you have a different experience when you. I mean, I don't know if that would be too confusing for people that watch the Tome of Terror and go, "Well, this is nothing. Your live show's not." Well, I think that's the whole point.
We want to have each show a little bit different.
Yeah. Save that for here. That way, you have a reason to go watch the Tome of Terror, which is a scripted show. We script it all. We do all the film everything and edit it all together, as opposed to the Harry Scary Hangout where we sit here on set and stream live on Friday nights.
Yeah.
After it's taped, it's archived, but during the 2 to 3 hours that we're here on Friday nights, it's all streamed live. It's all impromptu. It's all extemporaneous, off the hip. We shoot off the hip. There's no real script on our Friday night show. We just kind of know where we want to go and just flap our gums.
Yeah. So we'd like to have it a little bit different. All right. So I think that was
And I don't know. There might be some issues with putting sound effects in some of those. I don't know that you can. I don't know.
I don't know if we can alter the movies. And then
it would be fun, but
because they have the movie files, so it's like we just want to avoid any of that.
And it's more work too. I mean, it's already enough for us to.
It's a lot of work to do that.
To do all this stuff. So
yeah.
That's another
people watching have to make their own sound effects. Says Gary.
I'm sure they are.
I'm sure they do.
If they're eating pizza and drinking pop and beer,
a lot of bodily sounds.
They're definitely making sound effects.
They're making.
Okay. Oh, what? You got excited.
Oh, okay. So, on the Harry Scary Hangout, a new segment that we have is the Rescued Reels.
Oh, yeah.
Where you will play a couple minutes of like some found stuff off of VHS tapes.
Usually it's going to be like pretty much commercials.
Old commercials.
Yeah, and maybe, TV spots for shows, things that people might not be familiar with.
Little TV things from back in the day.
Which is really interesting because I mean, okay, so for years, even before doing the Harry Scary Hangout or doing the Mummy and the Monkey, I personally have been collecting what's referred to as found media. Like, I might have told a story before, but like cassette tapes. I remember even finding one literally on the ground back in the day, taking it home. I still have it, and it's got like kids singing on it. And doing little skits, and I'm obsessed with this kind of stuff.
With like found media.
So I anytime I go to a flea market, a garage sale, a thrift store, if there's a VHS tape sitting there that you could tell somebody,
like a mystery tape.
Yeah, we call them mystery tapes. Sometimes there's stuff written on them, and sometimes the stuff's on there, sometimes it's not. Stuff taped off of television, home videos that people take.
Yeah, there's some more home movies I'm scanning in. I haven't done much with them.
I'm building up to that. So I'm just talking about VHS tapes. and then I meet you, and we're both like into the same stuff. So now we get reel to reel, like actual film reels,
like 8mm and Super 8 film reels.
So the rescued reels is anything that's basically on a reel.
Yeah,
cassette tape, 8-track, film reel, audio reels.
All of the physical media.
Betamax tapes, VHS
maybe even
tapes.
old photos, because there's a lot of cool old photos we've acquired.
Old photos count as
slides,
well.
Maybe slides?
Oh, boy.
Slide photos?
Slides I haven't even looked at
Could probably scan some of those in.
The Bargain Barons,
they sent
another
us stuff.
YouTube channel that they did, where they pretty much look for stuff to decorate their homes with
and
resell a little bit, just sent us a bunch of slides. I mean, crazy stuff.
We were on the fence back and forth of whether or not we wanted to have a separate YouTube channel just for the rescued reels.
I think we should.
We have the rescued reels playlist on our channel, but we think in the future we could probably branch out and make a rescued reels YouTube channel. In fact, this afternoon I did make an official rescued reels YouTube channel for us. I haven't uploaded anything on there yet.
Right, it's blank, but
it's a channel that we both have access to, and we can upload stuff later on if we want to.
And trust me,
and we can still have the rescued reels segments on the Harry Scary Hangout, but then maybe promote that other channel as well.
Yeah, and that might be something we branch into harder later on.
I think, maybe later. So, how do I put this?
Very delicately.
People age, and people aren't going to look the same forever, meaning, as time gets on, as time moves on, I'll be like a little old lady, and as we get older, maybe we'll just focus on the rescued reel stuff and maybe scale back Mummy Monkey.
I'm old now. But,
so we're kind of thinking ahead, like, for the future.
Well, I mean, the whole idea here, too, is to do something on YouTube that's successful, And
we still want to do Mummy and the Monkey, obviously. We still love hosting the Mummy and the Monkey. We love being in our characters. But I'm thinking, like, okay, what about in this many years? What are we going to do, And it's like, okay, well, maybe being in character all day or being in costume won't work as well.
There's still time for this to blow up, even for like a year, something that we could just ride on for and have some really crazy thing happen. And be successful for a year or two, and then and then maybe go to the rescued reel stuff. But it's a backup plan for us.
Yeah, and it's being a realist, and at the same time, it's having all these things that we are passionate about that we can work on, later on. If
we're losing fans already. No, everyone's bailing. They're gonna go.
No,
might as well just bail.
No, we're not quitting yet.
No.
No, but the Rescued Reels project is like something we have kind of like on the back burner as like another thing we want to do.
That we're really interested in.
We're interested in. That's all we're saying.
And we think that you'd be interested. Because there's so much stuff. Stuff I have to get to. There's some stuff I need to check out before I die. I was going to say, not like I know that I'm going to die tomorrow or anything. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I'm sitting on going, I wonder what's on this record. Cause you want to get this stuff scanned in, and it's for the sake of preserving history. Well, so if you have a stack of VHS tapes and it's like cool stuff taped off the TV, like maybe some of those commercials or TV shows
aren't out there as
My mind's spinning right now.
Or like the weird home movies. Just some of those are just neat to watch because it's like a little time capsule.
Yeah, but you found one of the first things you scanned in, and you didn't even know who this was at the time. But you found like a piece of footage with Jane Mansfield doing an appearance in Ohio. A book signing.
Yes, and we have that on our YouTube channel under the Rescued Reels playlist.
What the hell?
I didn't recognize her at first, but I knew she was some like glamorous Marilyn Monroe type.
I told you, I'm like, I know who that is.
And I wasn't sure at first.
And I said, and after I said Jane Mansfield,
so Jane Mansfield is
you jumped right onto Google and figured and
there's
found
a whole
that
movie of her from it was like 1960.
Someone in Ohio.
It was early 1960s at a giant Tiger grocery store.
Yeah, there was a grand opening or something.
It was either, we don't know the exact location, but it was either Willoughby, Ohio or Mansfield, Ohio.
That's why they brought Jane
But she made an appearance at both. At both.
Yeah.
So she must have been in Ohio, like, for that time she went to both stores.
Who knows what we're going to find on any given tape, whether it's audio or video or pictures or whatever. And that's the whole fun part of this project. There are other people doing similar things, of course. There's Found Footage Festival, and God, there's a lot of them, actually. There's tons.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are into that stuff also.
What made, and even, I'm talking about, even finding notes, and I don't know if anyone else has done this, like folded up piece of paper on the ground, and sometimes it's like someone's grocery list where things are spelled funny. Or a weird note. I found some weird notes that people wrote before texting. Some really personal stuff.
Oh, geez.
And
I used to find the weird shopping lists.
Yeah.
When I worked in retail.
With stuff spelled
I would
funny.
find all the weird shopping lists left on the shelf or on the floor.
Yeah. And that belly shot was free, everybody.
Dean says in 40 years you will look more like a mummy.
Oh, there you go. Whoa, the jokes.
Oh, that's funny.
The dumps. But what made me feel like not such a weirdo, even though it doesn't matter, I am a weirdo no matter what. At the time when I was, not at the time, but a bunch of years ago, I remember being in like a comic book shop, and in the magazine rack, I saw a magazine that was called Found Magazine, and it's all that. It's people from all around the world
finding
sending photographs
stuff. Wow.
of stuff that they found, and I think it was like right around when .coms were a thing. So I think they even had a website where they would upload audio and video as well.
The stuff, yeah.
But there was a lot of printed stuff, like found notes in the parking lot. So I felt okay. I'm not the only weirdo that does this stuff or thinks it's a thing. And now there's a term for it. I didn't even know it was called found stuff.
Found, yeah.
But yeah. So not just me.
Oh, Ghastly Ghoul is here. Wow, Bob's watching.
What? Hey,
Ghastly
man, what's up, Bob?
And Bone Jangler. Hey, guys. Well, that's cool. Ghastly, are you offering up some old 8mm stuff? Ooh, if you have 8mm film, guys, we are interested in it. I have a digital film scanner.
Yes.
I can scan in 8mm and Super 8.
Yeah, we found,
There was, so a local, he's a Facebook friend, and he's a fellow reseller, and he goes to estate sales and stuff like that also. And he had some really cool 8mm film, like a little film reel of SeaWorld in the 1970s. And that's on the Rescued Reels playlist on our channel.
Yes.
So I scanned it in, and he gave us permission to put it on our YouTube. And he wanted copies made on DVD. So I made him some copies on DVD, gave him the original back. And he was able to sell that film reel, and then he's got the DVDs, to keep if he wants. So
I need to get my button gear, and there's that one reel I got off of eBay. It's an audio reel-to-reel audio, tape player, and it says Houlihan and Big Chuck 1972 Ghoulardi Tribute Night. Just audio. I don't know. I haven't. You'd think by now. I had this thing for 3 years. I need to get my gear.
You do.
And figure out.
Why haven't you done anything with us yet?
Write the script. We've got a million other things that's going on. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Working on it. But it's just crazy to have all this stuff. It's to the point that we have to do stuff with it.
We have to. It's like use it or lose it.
That's where a YouTube channel. And I think more people are interested in that than they are in some horror host things. So.
Elaine says that was an amazing find, truly rescued reels.
Yes.
Thank you, Elaine. And then Kev says, we will snag any we see at garage sales and send them to you. Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And you have one around here that you haven't found yet. It's called Drunk. It was a film, home movie.
Somewhere in this whatever
stuff.
we call it. There is a film reel that was labeled Drunk Dad, and I bought it last summer at a yard sale.
And we don't know where it is.
And it's in a box somewhere, and I was really looking forward to finding out all about the Drunk Dad film. I just thought that would have been so funny for the channel.
There's so many things like that we have too. Like
yeah, and I think I paid like $5 a film reel at this one yard sale, and there was just a stack of them, and some of them were like in really bad shape. Some of them smelled like vinegar.
Yeah, it's a vinegar
If they
syndrome.
smell like vinegar, don't get them because they're like rotting away.
You can rescue them, but
I don't want to mess with it.
that's another level of rescued reels.
It means the film is degrading, and it gives off a bad like chemical vinegar odor smell, and it's not a good sign.
So I belong to this and so my hair was I'm thinking too fast. So
Chill.
take a breath.
Chill.
So-
And we'll talk about this for another minute or two, and then we're going to switch gears to eBay and thrifting and all
Right.
that stuff.
So recently, so I joined there's a lot of Facebook groups that deal with old videotapes, VHS and beta and stuff like that. Well, there's a fella on there that I kind of like, put out a thing that said I got some tapes for sale, and he's out of the California area.
Yeah.
And I bought a couple of loads from him of tapes, VHS tapes.
So you ordered these from him online.
Yeah, he's just selling them, and you pay for the postage. But
So that's
I got
where
a good
those
chunk of them.
California commercials came from.
Yeah.
Last episode.
Now
Okay.
I just went through, and it's like hit or miss with the commercial stuff because this was whoever recorded these wasn't the guy I bought them from.
Okay.
But whoever recorded these had the pause button ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of commercials are cut out, but then sometimes not. It's not just commercials though. There are some TV shows that are obscure. And these are these tapes
like
are
the
all
made-for-TV movies and
stuff for adult channels. And I'll talk about this one real quick.
Oh yeah, you found that one
but
thing.
yeah, but these tapes that I'm ordering that I got from this guy all are from from 83, 84 up until like 88 and 89.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a good chunk of the 80s. Then it's all different time periods. It's in the 80s anyway. But I stumbled across a show. It's called Love Ya, Florence Nightingale. I'm like, okay. It stars Marilyn Chambers. It was
Marilyn Chambers.
The Marilyn
the
Chambers.
adult film star.
The adult film star from the late 70s and early 80s had a short-lived TV show, and I was hard pressed to find out anything about the show.
What channel was this on?
It was originally, I think, Showtime put it out, and then the Playboy Channel reran it for a little while in the mid '80s.
Oh, okay.
And that's where because of the Playboy Channel logo comes up at the end. But it's softer than softcore. There is nudity, partial nudity, and swearing. But it's like this adult. She's like a therapist.
Oh, okay.
Who talks to men about their problem? But it's like a soap opera. Okay.
So it's kind of like a soap opera for guys.
Shot on video for guys and girls. It's not
okay.
like it's not just all men. I didn't even watch. I just taped it. I have one episode so far I found in this one tape. And it was really cool. It was really fun to look this up and not find a lot on it. I guess it's that hard because it was never released anywhere after it was shown, on the net.
Oh,
on
wow.
the Playboy Channel.
Okay.
So you just can't go. All the episodes were edited into a movie like they do the old serials.
Yeah.
They'll take like
the 1940s serials,
and then they'll edit
like
it
Flash
to
Gordon
an hour
from
and a half
back in the
movie.
day, and
they did. It's called My Therapist. So they did release it officially-ish as an edited movie, but the actual 13 episodes that were out were never re-aired, never packaged and sold on DVD. So I find, finding rare, like weird shows like that.
Oh wow! Okay.
So and it's fun because just when you think you've seen it and heard it all, there's new stuff popping up, and sometimes nude stuff. NUDE popping up, but anyway, another thing's popping up because it's nude stuff.
Olivia says, "Awesome work you do for rescue. If I can locate a family film 8mm, I might need of your service if you would." Yes, of course. I could scan it, put it on a DVD, and then mail it back to you. Bone Jangler says, Marilyn was always really nice to us. Bob says, I have a bunch of experimental films I did on 8mm in the 70s. Weird stuff. Ooh.
Oh, hey, and
we could scan those and put them on DVD for you.
Yeah, and we just recently, you found another cool thing you found was a really short, like 2-minute horror movie.
Yes, and
some kids put together in the late 70s.
And that's on our YouTube channel. It's like a 2-minute long video where some kids were playing around with their Super 8 camera in the 70s
in a graveyard.
In a graveyard, and they made their own horror film.
Yeah.
And it's really cute. They've got the bell bottoms and the big car, and it's just
Don't they do the blood on the windshield? Like
I think they had
rolling
fake
down?
blood on the
Yeah.
windshield.
It's kind of there's no sound, but it's but I did some stuff.
I
With
think
it.
we added like YouTube music
Yeah,
to it, like
there's
some YouTube background music.
I played around
Yeah.
a tiny bit, but
It was really cute. So that's on our channel also, and that was like I was just so thrilled to find that.
Yeah, that's just the whole. You never know what you got to wade through a lot of weird things, but and boring stuff too, because some of it's just people going to a national park. Or going on a picnic, or like you said, the baby.
Oh yeah,
crawling on the
sometimes
floor.
it's just someone's like. There's one I scanned in, and I have to look it over because it just said like the can said baby Lori ages 1 through 6. So it's mostly like a family with their baby, just super proud of their baby.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some like Christmas scenes I think where they've got their Christmas tree. There's one scene where you could see like the retro cars on their street. There's like an old neighborhood scene. So I think there's some video I could salvage from it. But that was someone's, someone's baby video. I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah, I forget it. We'll have to do another. Yeah,
What are you looking for?
Nothing. Just one of the. I found some LPs at a thrift store, and they're really weird because they're recordable records from the 40s or the 30s, maybe even.
Oh.
Where they had the acetate records.
Yeah.
And all it has on there, it was in like brown, sleeves.
Yeah.
And it just has frat symbols written on it, different ones. It's not even like the same frat. I don't know what is on these things, but just written in pen or pencil.
There's something on there.
Just the there's some of the Greek numbers.
Just don't play it backwards.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do that. That's gonna happen.
If they start speaking in some if it's like the Evil Dead type of stuff, turn it off. don't play that.
Yeah, I don't know, but why don't you put on? I'm gonna have to put them on sometime.
Kev says only 30 minutes of footage of Sir Graves' ghastly show survived. It would be wonderful to find more of those tapes. There's a theater here in Detroit that does a Sir Graves celebration. Oh, cool.
Same thing with Goulardi, our big local horror host from the 60s. About maybe 20 minutes of him of actual footage survive of his show as well. So, God, I thought Sir Graves would have something out there, but I guess not.
So it'd be 6-7 years ago, we went to Motor City Nightmares a couple times. And I remember when we were trying to explain The Mummy and the Monkey to fans, or to new fans who were, or convention goers, whatever you want to call them.
Yes.
They would go, oh, so you're like Sir Graves' Ghastly? And we'd be like, yeah, Sir Graves' Ghastly.
You get it.
Because that was, what they were used to. They didn't know who Big Chuck and Little John were. They, every city had their own movie host.
And I was going to say a couple quick things too. We can, you can tell me.
And let's switch gears to eBay.
But some of the coolest stuff, horror host related, I've gotten relatively recently, where there was a guy on eBay, and eBay's cracked down on this, by the way. You used to be able to sell tapes that were recorded off TV and sell them as sold for blanks. That you could, but people would show it's
right.
Supposed to be on them. You could see in the photographs what they're labeled, TV shows on it. But actually, eBay's cracked down on that a lot, and I'm sure there's still some on there that are slipping through. But eBay's definitely cracked down on people flagrantly selling pre-recorded tapes as blanks. But before all that went down, there was a guy that got a hold of a bunch of tapes that a guy that was a Zachary fan. And Zachary a big horror host out of, he's
New York, New Jersey area.
Late Zachary.
He was, yeah. He lived to be
John Zachary.
99?
Yeah.
He lived a long time.
He did a lot of appearances at the Chiller conventions, and I bought a bunch of videotapes of camera footage, raw camera footage of Zachary at Chiller, just him talking, doing like some kind of Q&A, things like that.
Oh, cool.
So I have a lot of Zachary footage and I think this guy that originally owned the tapes wrote a book about Zachary.
So we'll have to look into that a little more at some point.
Yeah, it's so sometimes like stuff like that pops up, horror host.
But that all the more reason why it needs digitized, because it's part of TV history, convention history,
horror host history,
some of that, yeah. It's just to preserve it so people can enjoy it and watch it, and
Yes.
it's out there as more like an educational
Yes.
thing.
And we don't want to sit on this stuff and hoard it. We want to share it as much as we can.
Yeah,
As much as YouTube allows us to share.
exactly.
Because there was a commercial I was trying to put on last week's show, but it got dinged for
for the music.
copyright.
Yeah, we just have to watch some of that with the music.
It was I think it was ELO. It was Hold On Tight to Your Dreams. It was a coffee commercial.
Oh, okay.
Hold on tight to your dreams. Anyway.
Okay, so switching gears to eBay. eBay's been kind of slow but steady. With the Memorial Day holiday and with the start of summer and, people traveling and enjoying the outside, they're not going to be shopping online as much. They just aren't. They're out and about doing things.
Unless it's booze or firewood, they're not going to.
Or
Hot dogs.
Summer stuff, barbecue stuff,
For the
camping stuff, whatever for summertime.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We're still finding cool things. We're still selling cool things. We're still listing cool things.
Garage sale season.
Garage sale season. Finally, garage sale season. And we're going to
Gearing
be hitting up the garage sales this weekend for sure.
There's a mighty one. Well, it used to be mighty, but it's worth checking out. And we'll see what else pops up.
Yeah, and we did. The weather was kind of iffy over the weekend because they kept saying rain in the forecast where we were.
Yeah.
And it ended up being really nice on Saturday and not too bad on Monday, but we weren't sure, so most of our sourcing was indoors.
Yeah, we were going to go to Hartville, a flea market, on Monday.
But then rain was in the forecasts.
And it didn't even really rain.
And then it ended up not even raining. We could have gone to Hartville. We just didn't know.
So we thrifted indoors.
So we thrifted indoors and found some cool things.
Yes.
We went to a local flea market, I think Sunday morning, for a little bit. Did it rain Sunday? I think it rained a little bit Sunday.
No.
No?
No, on Saturday it did when I was out there in the morning.
Well, Saturday I thought it was dry most of the day.
Nope, I was out there and it rained a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before I came home. I was done walking and I found a bunch of stuff.
But yeah, most of our sourcing was indoors this weekend.
Yeah.
But over last weekend, but this coming weekend, we're hoping the weather is nicer and we could go out to the yard sales. The yard sales are what's what.
Yeah.
Some cool things I have listed. Like,
don't be afraid.
there's...
You spooked Lou.
Oh, I didn't mean to scare him.
What'd you get? What you got there?
So there's this cool belt buckle that I found, and it's made by Bergamot Brass from 1980. It says,
Is that the one I put in the bag?
Yeah.
Oh.
Got this at the flea market for $1.
$1.
And
What'd you list it for?
I don't remember right now. I don't think I listed it for very much.
$7,000.
No,
yeah,
but it's a retro car. It's like a retro, car belt buckle for the car guys. To me it looks like a 1930s car.
Yeah, it looks like a
what they would turn into hot rods now.
Yeah,
like the ones they would modify.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Hi, Louie.
I was trying to do my John Lovitz.
Louie,
I listed this for
buddy.
$6,000. Yeah.
So there's that.
That's that ticket.
This is a cool ladies' watch. It's sterling silver and mother of pearl. It does
could be
work.
a man's watch if you want.
No, it's a ladies' watch.
Or
Just
they
the
watch.
Size. Ooh, whoever wants to wear it. I don't care.
See, you can't.
Whoever wants to wear it. It's a watch for a person. For a human being.
Hold it down. It's really bright. Whenever you got that thing set on, it's like...
It's really reflecting.
It's like just washing everything out.
Okay, it's not even showing up. There
That's
it goes.
better.
There it goes. Yeah, and it's sterling silver. That whole case is sterling silver with mother of pearl on the face, a leather band. So that works. That's in my store right
Shouldn't
now.
mother of pearl be on the neck?
Oh, stop it.
What?
And then these are cool. These are like Southwestern, like cuff bracelets. They're like leather with, I don't think, it's like silver plated with turquoise, and it's called American West Genuine Leather.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Carolyn Pollock.
Too bright.
Okay, the jewelry designer. It's there it
better.
is. There it is. So
I know
there's
it's not
that.
super close up, but
And then this one has crosses on it. It's, the same brand. So I've got those in my store.
Hi, Louie. What do you want, Boo?
Some cool cuff bracelets.
What do you want, little Boo? Hold
So just some
on
neat
tight.
things like that, little tchotchke things.
What do you see what I found?
And what did you find? Do you want to show your stuff?
All kind of fun stuff.
Okay.
Well, we went to an actual garage sale.
Well, we'll go get those, and I'm going to read the comments.
Oh, please do. Well, we're going to talk about the garage sale first, not the flea market. Oh,
I guess Brooklyn's having a community yard sale, says Wiki Bobby.
this weekend? Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. Gosh.
Elaine says she sells on Mercari and Facebook Marketplace.
Yep. That's a good place.
And then, did you guys take any video on your latest thrift adventures?
Well,
no, but we need to for
this weekend we will.
For this weekend.
Because this will be worth it. I guess I could take it out of the box, because why not?
So, okay, go ahead.
Well, we went into a garage sale.
So this one was from a garage sale for maybe...
He's getting me.
Louie, what do you want, buddy?
No,
come on.
I'm trying to concentrate here. Went to a garage sale, and I found this guy in the box. Well, he's been taken out, and I think his knife is in the box still, but I couldn't believe they had this thing sitting there. It's a
that was a
Scream
couple
doll.
weeks ago.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Did you
They
put
don't
him in
know.
your store?
Not yet. I had to get batteries to test out the sound.
And does he work?
I don't know yet. I got it. It's
I thought you tested him already.
It's been crazy, man. But I'm gonna. Look. I know this will sell, so I'm not really worried about it. So I'm dragging my feet.
The
with
solds
it.
are pretty good on those.
Yeah, this could be like $100.
That was originally from Spencer's, I think.
Yes, it was a Spencer's gift. I think it retailed for what, $35.
$35. It's Ghostface.
Ghostface Killer. He does have a knife. It's in there, and he has a voice changer feature. But I need to test that before I list it and say it works. So, but that was kind of fun. They wanted $15 for it. I'm like, heck yeah, that's worth it. I could sell it for more than that. It's one of those. Scream stuff always sells. Usually,
Yeah.
Sells pretty good. But then we went.
All kinds of noises in the background.
I'll ramp up.
I don't know if that's getting picked up on the mic.
This was at our new honey hole. I found.
Oh yeah, you found those when we went thrifting indoors.
A beastal turkey.
He's adorable.
He's kind of neat, but that's not the cool thing. Look at this. It's like you can't even tell on the camera, but it's like
he's a really bright like neon orange.
It's neon orange,
but it's not.
You don't see it on
the camera isn't reading it as that.
And then these we had as kids. I remember these things. These skulls. I found a couple of those.
Yeah, those are cool.
And this was like through a pick through part, and I can't believe someone just didn't grab these. I mean, they're not worth a fortune, but they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I use them around here if I could.
Well, there was another guy that I saw that was picking Halloween stuff.
Yeah, but they only picked.
He grabbed a skull pail.
Yeah, well, he got that.
And then he was gloating to me about it.
Tell him.
And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. But then we went to the flea market on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we were looking at stuff, and one guy comes on and goes, "Yeah, I just bought a bunch of posters from this guy up there. He had."
Did he really talk like that?
A little bit, Well, but that's just my other guy voice.
The other guy voice is the Ashu voice.
Yeah, sort of like that. He's this is a guy who's a regular picker guy. He wears that bag around, that Cleveland press bag.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
No, yeah. But he's like, he mentioned that he got a Halloween poster. I'm like, oh damn, And I found a really good Halloween poster at our honey hole. So I'm not really worried about that. But I'm like, and I just asked the guy. I'm not even waiting to try to find. I said, "Where's this guy at?" And he pointed to where he was vending. So I went over there, and this guy left a lot of cool stuff. The posters were only $2 a piece now. So we keep that in mind. These are posters from a video store. I bought 11 of them.
What, Louie? He's pawing at me.
This is the first one that I saw on the table, and I'm like asking myself, dude, why didn't you even buy this for $2?
Whoa.
Horror Mania. It's a Warner. This is all from a video store, obviously. The only downside of these posters, they smell like a cigarette. They were in a cigarette smoker's house. So I either have to, if I list these, I have to point that out in listing, or try to get the smell out with baking soda. Put them in a big, bin, and let them sit there for a month with baking soda to see if I can draw the smell out. But this lists a bunch of different movies that were being released, and these were all from a video store. I'll show you in a minute why. And I found these. This one is probably one of the better ones I got as far as reselling value. Mm-hmm. This might be like a $60, $70 poster.
Cool.
I spent $22 in this guy's thing, and I just should have bought them all.
Well, he wanted to get rid of them, and the price was right.
It's super right. Here's
you
another.
Bought a bunch
here's
of
another
them.
good one. Couple good ones in a row. I was like, why did you leave this one, dude? Look.
Well, maybe he didn't know those movies.
Blood Beach?
Maybe he just wasn't interested in it.
This is all horror. This is like 70, 80, early 80s.
Maybe he was more of a collector. Maybe he was.
I know. I'm not. You're getting too far into the rabbit. I don't care why, really. I just in my mind, I'm like, why did you?
Like, why did you leave this?
Yeah, not like I need an explanation.
It's a different mentality.
Right. Yeah. Well, but then he showed up again when I'm looking through. I'm pulling. He's like, oh, what's in there? I'm like, dude, you missed all these.
Yeah. You didn't even.
Here's another classic. Why would you not grab this?
So you need to put those in the store.
It's a rhetorical question.
Because people are going to see this and they're going to want to shop your store now.
THX 1138, George Lucas's first sci-fi movie, right?
Oh, wow. Right? So that predates Star Wars.
It does. Oh, gosh, yeah.
That's cool.
Isn't that neat? I mean, what
really
the hell?
Neat art.
$2. Wow.
So those are from a video store.
Yes, and there's one. It has like a. You can tell. Here's the one. Where you can tell that the person who owned the store slapped this on because it's like glued on there. Here's Tarzan the Ape Man with sexy Bo Derek swinging on a vine, drawing of her anyway. Oh, that light's really harsh.
It's bright. It's a bright light.
But you could see that video sticker, available
from your MGM UA home video.
Yeah. So and I asked the guy. He goes, "Yeah."
It's reflecting off of it.
Like
that's
big time.
why.
That light
that's because the
horrible.
poster's like white.
I know, but there you go.
It's reflecting off that bright
light. So there's Bo Derek and Tarzan the Ape Man.
My eyes.
Yeah, this one's not really bright. Worth much at all. They're pretty cheap on eBay.
Yeah, careful with that.
I know. Too late now. Oh, here's one. Oh, don't hurt. Oh, easy with this one.
Gentle. That's why I don't mess with posters, because I'm always afraid I'm going to rip them.
Superman 2. Look at that bad. And the guy bought the Superman 1 is a really good one. He got that one. But why wouldn't you grab Superman 2? He just probably rushed through them real quick and didn't go. I went through every poster.
Wow.
But this could be like a $70 poster as well.
That's really cool.
As long as they don't screw it up. Oh, I got a couple more to show. I wanted to make this a fun show and tell.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Are people liking them?
Yeah, people are saying they look cool.
They are really
Tough neat. Says awesome posters.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, all of these again, it's just sad they reek of cigarettes, but oh well.
Well, when they're in a frame, no one will notice.
Well, that's what I'm going to...
But you definitely disclose it in the listing. So they do have
why wouldn't you grab
smoky odor to the
Sharky's
poster.
Machine, Burt Reynolds classic,
And they also have like an old paper kind of smell.
Well, they're old.
They're old paper.
This last one is a real good one too. As long as they don't destroy it. And it's got some issues, but...
Cool.
I mean, even if I could sell them a little cheaper than what people want, like full price for it.
Well, you could accept best offers. You can have a let's make a deal type of...
Excalibur! Isn't that good? I mean...
That's cool art.
There were a few more I wish I would have grabbed in hindsight, but they weren't sci-fi or horror, so... One was a Robin Hood poster about the Errol Flynn one.
Yeah.
That looked really neat. It was
Kev Thulu says Blood Beach alone is worth it.
Yeah, the Blood Beach. I was like, come on, dude. Thank you for leaving me something.
Yeah.
I wasn't too bent out of shape. He said he found a Godzilla poster, which might have been Godzilla 1985.
Probably if it was from a 1980s video.
Yeah, it might have been 85.
That makes sense.
The movie, and that's still a good one. That's a good one.
So I have
Got any cool posters?
No, I don't have cool posters. I listed like almost 40 things between today and yesterday on my eBay store. So there's a lot of different things on there. It's mostly like little retro dolls and collectibles and things like that. Like I got from one place a bunch of dollhouse furniture still in the original box from 1991. It's like, the kitchen set, the living room set for like your dollhouse to go with like this certain house. Stuff like that. And then there's some jewelry pieces I've listed. And I know it's not always, like, the stuff I sell isn't always like the cool, scary movie stuff. But I look for stuff that I know I have buyers for, that I know I could probably flip.
Sure.
Like I listed a dollhouse kit today, and it's all the wooden pieces to put together a dollhouse, and it's from 1985. And it's like still in the box with the instructions, with all the pieces. And I listed it for like $39.99 plus shipping.
Unbelievable.
And I got it for maybe a couple bucks. So, and it looks like they consistently sell on eBay. So, I'm happy about that.
The only conundrum I have about finding cool stuff is whether I want to sell it or not. Damn it.
Just sell it and move on. There's
know.
always going to be more cool stuff.
There'll be another guy at the flea market with even cooler
We're running out of
posters.
wall space for posters.
Yeah, I mean, I bought this
As
stuff
cool
to
as
sell.
they are, like, there's only so much wall space.
These are
So
really...
maybe someone else can enjoy it and put them in a frame.
Sure. Ultimately, yes.
All right, Tough says, at our old video store back in the day, they let you put up a Post-it note with your name on the posters or
to
cardboard cutouts, and they would
Nice.
give them to you when they took them down.
That's very generous.
Oh, that's cool.
A couple, and I have them. See, oh boy, and I still
Years
in my own
ago-
personal collection. Oh, go,
Years
Okay,
ago when
you
I...
first.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to...
no, go ahead. You used to work on it.
So years ago when I worked for a movie theater, a lot of people were interested in the posters. When they were done displaying the movie poster, they would sell them. They would roll them up and sell them for like a couple bucks
To who? Anybody? That
to
wanted
anybody
mine?
that wanted them. The
Yeah, now I think they
employees,
send
the
everything back.
customers.
Now they send everything.
Yeah, and
back.
this was like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, I remember Mystery Science Theater. Oh no, Riff Tracks, the spin-off of Mystery Science Theater. Those guys, they would do some live shows. They did live shows that were simulcast into different theaters around the country. And I saw a few of them. And I have two of the posters. I think one is definitely Starship Troopers, and I think one is Manos: The Hands of Fate.
ooh.
When I went to the movie theater, I asked after the movie was done, because it was a one showing. They didn't do multiple showings. It was a one-time event.
It was just like for one day or whatever.
And on two occasions when I asked, can I have the poster, they gave it to me. And it's the double-sided poster, and it's almost a plastic.
Oh, that's cool.
And the third time I asked, they were like, oh, I have to ask my manager. And they didn't. We send everything back now. But I got lucky twice, and I got two original Riff Tracks posters, live posters.
That probably means the manager wanted to keep one for himself.
They may have, but I'm happy I got what I got,
Yeah.
So, but I say it's maybe worth even asking, especially if it's a one-time
I mean,
event
the worst
thing.
they could say is no, we don't
Yeah.
do that. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask.
And
Hey, what do you do with those posters when you're done with them? Could I have it? Could I buy it?
remember that 1 yard sale? And I still haven't looked at those damn posters, but those the ones we got where the person worked in a movie theater. Remember? I got
Oh,
I
yeah.
think a Terminator one or
Yeah,
something.
they had a ton of them. That was a couple years
something
ago.
Weird, yeah. They were moving to France or something. Remember that couple?
Oh, yeah.
They were moving out of
No,
country?
they were moving to
you
Italy.
remember? Somewhere, okay. Well,
Because one of them had family somewhere. Yeah.
but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they were like getting rid of everything.
Yeah, literally.
Yep.
But, anyway, so there's a lot of cool stuff out there. We sell everything from purses to posters on our eBay stores.
And everything in between.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff to look through, and we're trying to like make room for the yard sales
I
too.
got one more thing to show.
Oh yeah? Well, oh yeah, what does that doohickey
So,
over there?
This is one of those things that I knew right away that it's probably going to be really good just because it's tech and it's old tech. But this, from what I think, this is from what my research shows so far. It's a remote.
Push your glasses up when you see that. According to my research.
Yeah, it's a remote control. I think it's a hand built remote control for an old plane, like an old remote control plane, probably from the 60s or early 70s. These things, I found a Swedish site that has this exact same thing on it.
Citizen, what's it say?
It says Citizenship
Radio Corporation.
Radio Corporation. I'm still doing a little digging because it's not like they're not easy to find. There's different variations of these things made by different companies, different shapes.
That's something where if I found it and I wasn't sure, I would put it on auction.
Yeah.
And let the buyers decide. Let
for
people
sure.
just bid on it, because
I mean,
I had a doll within I rescued this doll from a thrift store, and I got it for very cheap, maybe a couple bucks, which is surprising because most thrift stores are very expensive now. And after researching it, it was a 1920s Lenci doll, Lenci, from Italy. It was made in Italy. It was a wool, like felted type of doll with the hand-painted face. Very beat up though, but I'm like, this could be $500. This could be only $50. The condition's kind of iffy, and I didn't know, so I put it on auction, and I started it at $50, and it sold for $150.
Right. So I was going to finish talking about this particular thing. Is that one thing, and thank God the internet, when you look at articles that are in a different language, they have a little thing, see translation. So I was able to read this forum that was talking about remote control, things like this. And someone, if it's, I got to read it again because I think they were referring to this particular type of box. They said that these were hand built by somebody, maybe only a few hundred, if that, were made, which is not a lot. Especially at the age of it,
yeah.
And someone made a comment. It's probably hard as hell to find them in the States, and I found one. I spent $10 on it because I think I could do really well with this.
Cool.
I think some people even just use them to put on their shelves. They don't even try to. I mean, I think they're useless now. I don't know if there's even the remote control planes to use them on anymore, even if you could refurbish it. But
it's a great display piece.
I think for people that are into the RC plane thing.
Yeah, for people that are into that type of stuff.
Yeah, and I knew it right. I mean,
think
it's
they'd
missing
get a
a few
kick out
things,
of it.
I think, but again, it is. I mean, if they're hard to find, it doesn't matter. It's like finding Action Comics #1 with no cover.
Right.
For $3, you better buy it because it's worth a lot more than $3, even with no cover. But anyway, this is not worth anything like that.
Tough says, I think the ribbons on the controller means it was in a race and the vehicle was red and white.
Could be.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I thought it was a boat, RC boat, because this, I don't know, reminds me of like someone standing by water and it says citizenship.
Oh, like a boat.
But it could be airship too. So
could be.
But there are RC boats with the same type of thing. But yeah, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, regatta flags, but could be. Yeah, very cool. I can't wait to.
Wiki Bobby says, I used to get movie posters from a video store that went out of business in the 90s called Black Star Video on East Side on Harvard Avenue.
That sounds familiar. Harvard. I lived off of Broadway, so Harvard was very close. Sounds familiar.
Looks like a robot head, says Neil.
Yeah, it does. It's got the two eyes. I am in the mouth is right there. Hello. Target had a robot like an orange one that kind of looked like this back in the day.
And Connie says, Dad had a couple of the airplanes with the remotes in the early 1970s.
Yeah, and so if you ever see this stuff and you're into reselling, it's a few bucks, I'd say pick it up. It's something I think worth flipping.
Yeah, it definitely looks unique.
Kind of like that thing I found at the honey hole. That's pretty unique with all the spikes on it.
No, boy, don't talk about that.
That lightsaber.
Yeah, the
Should I show the lightsaber I found? Let me go get the lightsaber.
Oh no!
I found a lightsaber, everybody. It's really cool.
Oh no! You shouldn't. I don't know if you should show that. And you're crazy enough that you bought it. Like, why did you buy that thing? I would not have bought that.
I promise this is
the weirdest things we find at thrift stores.
Yeah.
The weirdest stuff.
And this is pretty good too if it sells, but this is a lightsaber. I don't know what Jedi use this lightsaber. But it's got like all kind of spikes on it. If I hold it up, can you see? Is it too bright?
You might have to have your skin checked for
scabies,
for diseases after touching that.
Can this open up?
Don't touch it! Don't touch that thing.
Use the Force. You don't want me to touch it?
Oh my gosh!
It's a lightsaber.
Oh.
Da 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 da.
Okay. Put that away. Put that away.
Use the Force, Luke. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Put that away.
Now I know why Darth Vader breathes so heavy.
Oh my god.
The Force is strong in this one.
Oh, that is so gross. That is the. Don't you dare! Go wash your hands now. Go wash your hands. Don't you dare.
You have a story. We can't talk about it here, but there's a story. It has nothing to do with you directly, but... And I let you touch me after that.
I washed my hands.
And what about the thing I pull out of the garbage can? Look at you. You're like all giddy.
We're not talking about those things.
We have stories.
There are so many stories that are...
If you ever have a couple drinks with us one night, we'll tell you some stories.
Yeah, we can't share them on YouTube.
No.
About other things we have found.
There's video of me. What happened to me pulling that thing out of that?
Well, I think that was in one of our vlogs.
The real doll.
That was like...
Is it still online?
That's from like 7 years ago.
I had to black so much of that out.
There was so much we had to censor. Where we
Censors.
found something very strange.
I found a real doll with no head in the dumpster behind your old store.
It was the creepiest thing ever.
Because there was an apartment above, an old apartment building.
Yeah.
Slash.
Well, you're telling them the story.
Well, that's not a. It was I did it.
Well, that was the story.
We thought there was
Yeah.
We saw a hand sticking out of the garbage can, and we thought, oh no, call the police. But then, upon poking it a little bit, you could tell it was rubber. The fingers were
At first we
wiggling.
thought it was a mannequin. Like, oh, someone threw a mannequin in the dumpster.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, maybe we could use the mannequin.
Then you hit it. And
Like,
it's
I could use it as a
wiggling.
display piece in the window or
I'm like,
something.
ew.
And then, like, after we were looking at it a little more, we're like, oh, that's not a mannequin.
We filmed the
That's
whole thing.
something else.
I pull this thing out, it's jiggling everywhere.
It was like, this is cringy.
It's great because
it's creepy.
And it has no head, which is even creepier.
Yeah, like
Someone kept the head.
Someone kept the head.
I won't go there. But I'm pulling this thing out there, and it's totally nude, and
Pieces are moving.
things are jiggling in my face.
Pieces are jiggling.
This is all, and we put what we could on our YouTube channel, but I had to censor out all those.
Oh my god!
And it looked like, oh my god, CSI or something.
This is supposed to be about. I guess it is kind of like.
It is what we find.
Because it's some
Scavenging.
people dumpster dive and they scavenge, and that was one of the weird.
We wanted to repurpose it for Halloween, but it turned out.
No one should.
This thing was as anatomically correct as anything.
It
I've
had
seen.
all the pieces and parts.
Except for the head.
Yes. And it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in a dumpster. Keep your hands to yourself, mister.
I'm getting ready to make dinner, don't worry.
No, you wash your hands.
Sterilize them.
Yes.
Where's the flamethrower?
Maybe get new ones. Maybe grow new ones. Don't. No. Just stay over there.
I wonder if there's remote controls for this thing.
Oh, gosh. So, yes, when dumpster diving, you never know what you're going to find. Garbage picking. Some people do pick some cool things off of the tree lawn when they go garbage picking. You can find some cool things.
Someone, I think Lois says, what is it? It says, your body's wake-up call. Handle massager.
Okay, don't read anymore.
2 S's.
Don't read things right now. The Horror Garden says the flags indicate the frequency it was transmitting on, so they won't interfere with other planes. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
See, we're learning
things. See, our show can be educational thanks to you guys. So we'll probably wrap this up pretty soon. And we'll have to get some dinner and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, you never know what you're going to find when you're out thrifting, scavenging, all that stuff. And it's, whether you're a collector or a seller, it's fun. And we're in yard sale season now. If you're in the Midwest.
Anywhere.
Or anywhere. Some places might be hotter or colder than others.
Oh, you mean... Cause
you don't want to...
Sometimes they're all year round.
You don't want to go to garage sales like when it's... like too hot outside.
Nope, you don't. But
no.
Nah. Well, we have.
You
get diarrhea that way.
What?
Sunstroke.
Well, yeah, you don't want that. That's no fun. I love it when you guys carry on like this, says Marty. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's real stuff, man. It's like how it's just like old talk radio. It's just like you just.
Yep.
Kind of playing, shooting from it, having fun.
All right. So if you guys haven't done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please give the video a like. You can hit the little bell next to the subscribe button for notifications. So when we go live like this or upload a video, you out there, you will be the first to be notified. And yeah, we want to do more. We're going to work on more videos. No Harry Scary Hangout this Friday.
Prize giveaway next time we come back?
No.
No?
No, don't you
Suggestion?
dare. No.
Come on, this will make someone really happy.
No. No.
No.
No.
No.
We will have a new episode of the Harry Scary Hangout next Friday. And what date is next Friday? June something, right?
June River.
We will have a show June
8th, 7th?
Something.
8th.
Where's the calendar here?
8th.
I almost clicked calculator.
Because June 10th is on a Monday, so
it
I'm
will
thinking
be
June
7th.
7th, yes, I'm correct.
So June 7th.
June 7th.
We will have a show, a new episode. It will be episode 237.
It's going to rock your world.
Next Friday.
Next episode.
Oh, my God.
Guaranteed.
Oh, my goodness. On that note, okay,
Sorry.
thank you guys so much, and we'll see you around. Stay safe out there.
That's right.
Be good.
Spread the massage.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Let everybody know.
Stop that.
No.
Don't ever put that on YouTube again.
Never.
Just don't.
It'll probably sell quick.
No more lightsabers.